My name is Leon Filbert, and I'm here with a friend of mine, Mr. Wayne Delmore, a health consultant who would be sharing some educational program regarding our health. In recent time, we're hearing a lot of things that are happening regarding our health. And so I've invited Mr. Delmore to come and to share with us regarding our health. Wayne, maybe you would like to say something about yourself first, and then we get into it.
Well, most certainly, it's always a pleasure being here, continuing what we call the educational series. Well, my background is in the area of nutritional consultancy, where we look at the deficiencies in people's body, what the body needs so that it can repair itself. Remember, the body have the innate ability to repair and to stabilize and to get itself in what we call homeostasis. So what we do is simple, non-invasive ways of detecting what the body needs in the area of nutrition, supply the body with that, and then healing becomes. Of course, it's a balance of the making adjustments in the eating. We eating to live, basically, and eating to heal. And with this in mind, with the right attitude, including prayer, which is a fundamental part of the body's healing, and this have been proven signs that people who pray, they get over their health challenges better. So it's a combination of prayer, dietary changes, having a positive attitude, using affirmations in terms of confirming your healing with the body, and then you add in quality nutrition to complete the holistic approach. Today, however, what I want to talk about is what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago in the state of health. This series is called the Prevention and Recovery Educational Series that will be coming to you and educating you, and really to empower the audience, the viewing audience, to engage you all as well, to make better decisions when coming to your health. Excuse me. Today we want to talk about what's going on in the health status in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, in history, never before in history have we been exposed to so much of health challenges. Now, just read a little excerpt from my page here. We have a growing pandemic of chronic non-communicable lifestyle diseases we refer to as CNCDs, such as heart attacks, strokes, hypertension, diabetes, cancer, and obesity. They have reached epidemic proportions. Now, the World Health Organization statistics reveal that we can see a continual rise in this global pandemic over the next decade. My question to you is, we need to wake up TNT. Now, coming home, we want to talk about how much at risk are you? Because you're viewing here, but you're saying that's what's going on in the world. Let's see what's happening in the context of Trinidad. These are statistics we pulled from the Central Statistical Office in Trinidad and Tobago, and these are 2012 statistics. Right now, we have over 60% of all deaths in Trinidad is due to the four major chronic non-communicable diseases we mentioned before, or what we call lifestyle diseases. In the Caribbean region, Trinidad and Tobago has the highest overall percentage in deaths due to these lifestyle diseases. Heart disease is the #1 cause of death in Trinidad and Tobago, accounting for over 25% of all deaths. So if there's 100 deaths in the country overall, 25 of that is due to heart disease. Almost half of the adult population suffers from hypertension. This is what we refer to as high blood pressure. The known diabetes prevalence rate among adults is very high, is approaching over 20%. A high proportion of the population already is high risk of developing chronic diseases, including diabetes, which is we are also leading in that in the Caribbean. We are leading in a lot of areas. More than half the population, which is over 55%, at the ages 15 years, are overweight or obese. A quarter of the school children aged between 5 to 18 years are overweight or obese. Facts. 65% of persons between 45 to 65 are high risk for CNCDs. And the emergence of these chronic diseases for children and youth population is also growing. So, TNT, we want to bring you some awareness what's happening right now in the country. As you know, the people who die from stroke, cardiac arrest, embolism, all these things are people who are supposedly healthy. You can't know what's going on with you because you're not getting a pain or discomfort. What we are doing is giving you an early warning of what's going on with your body by simple assessments. And referring to you with proven nutrition, what I call evidence-based nutrition, that have been shown not just to give the body what it needs, but to help the body to heal and to regenerate. This is a serious situation in Trinidad and Tobago. As I continue to educate people, our nation hospitals are full, our private hospitals are full, and every area you turn, the area of health is overwhelming. And this trend is said to will increase. We are saying that you're eating your way into sickness. And we are saying we need to make a paradigm shift in terms of how we eat. We need to go back to the way we used to eat before. In the early 1500s, not 1500, early 50s rather, 1950s, diabetes and cancer was something non-existent in the what we call the poorer classes of people or low income. This was privy only to what we call the rich folks until it became known as the rich people disease, as cancer. Because they were the ones who could afford to eat the different meats and so forth, red meat, etc. Average folk will eat a lot of ground provision, stuff that they plant. They would do a lot of walking, a lot of exercise. Today we live a very sedentary life where we don't do much walking, everything is in the vehicle. You know, the average exercise now is like the remote control. And based on the lifestyle we are doing now, we're eating much more foods as it relates to processed foods and preservatives. Approximately 3 weeks ago, our health minister in Trinidad and Tobago mentioned that the World Health Organization mentioned that red meat is a danger to health and is cancer causing. But that's a fact. There is no study, however, showing how much you eat, that will cause cancer. So we are telling people to minimize the use of red meat. And if you have a health challenge and you're recovering, avoid it all entirely, because these things are cancer causing. And so we are here to empower you to make the right choices and decisions when coming to your health. All right? Most people don't drink enough water. Something as simple as water, which is responsible for carrying chemical messages to deliver oxygen and nutrients to the body. Most people are dehydrated, and that will interfere with your body functions. A woman in particular will suffer major cramps just by not getting sufficient water. And if it is you're waiting till you feel thirsty, it's because the gas lid or the indicator is already on E. So what we tell you to do, half your body weight is to be used in ounces. So if you're weighing 200 pounds, you need to use at least 100 ounces of water on a daily basis. And that is minimum requirements, because hydration is key in terms of recovery. However, today we want to point out some supplementation that have been shown to drastically improve health. And in my personal experience, I've never come across a singular product as profound as the one we're about to share with you in terms of what it's doing, not just in terms of nutrition, but in terms of its ability to be regenerating the body. And let me share with you what we call this product, laminine. I want to say that laminine is promoting stem cell therapy. And stem cells therapy is the future of medicine. Stem cell therapy is the future of healthcare. So much so that there are a number of conferences going on around the world right now, including the Vatican recently, a couple of weeks ago. where the Pope and the Vice President of the United States with a number of other dignitaries, heads of state, came at the Vatican to discuss stem cell therapy and what it would mean in terms of recovery. Because the world is aware of what's going on right now. Things like tuberculosis and all these things that we thought we got over is now coming back. Why? Because these bacteria is mutating. And what does mutation mean in simple language? It means that the bacteria is wearing a red shirt and a white pants, and now it has changed to a black shirt and a black pants. So antibiotics, which is very specific, will bypass that bacteria without harming it because it has mutated. And these bacteria and viruses that we thought we overcame is now coming and harm us and killing people today. So here we have the future of medicine coming to you in a natural form, in a food-based form that will cause no harm on the immune system and the organs. And one that has been proven clinically to help to regenerate the body. Now laminine, let me give you a quick overview on laminine. The base of it is an extraction from the white of an avian egg. These chickens are grown in organic, natural environment, so you get a better quality egg. But within 9 days, that eggs reach to a particular fertilization in 9 days, and there's something magical that happens in the 9th day where the embryo inside the egg, it literally triples in size. That is the best time so they can extract what we call FGF, or fibroblast growth factor, from this egg. And this FGF is fundamental in the growth and the development of organs and tissues in the body. It's not available in foods. We can't get it in the foods that we eat. It's not available in the human body. It's only available in the human body. It's only visible there during birth in the placenta. And this literally instructs the body to build and to reconstruct nail, tissue, organs as the fetus begins to develop. Instructing what we call the manufacturer cell, the stem cells, that could differentiate and become different cells. Here we have a natural product that can do that safely and profoundly. The testimony we're experiencing in Trinidad right now is nothing short of amazing. I have experienced it in my clinic with clients who came with different levels of pain. As you know, inflammation is a major issue as it comes to pain. We have seen people with arthritis, pain as high as 9 and 10 on the scale. Using this in therapeutic dosages, that pain went down to 0 over a period of time. We have seen people in the area of cancer, which we refer to as the big C. And in the area of cancer, we've been getting excellent reports. We have a testimony with a woman with breast cancer that the breast is hard, it's lumpy, it's dark, all right? It's very graphic. And we have those pictures showing you in phases how that breast began to soften up again, how the color is moving from that dark to ashes gray to red, and now a pink coming back to its natural color after a period of time of using laminine in therapeutic dosages. We have seen people who are diabetics with ulcers on the feet. And as you know, a diabetic with an ulcer opening on the feet or a sore, that is something that will stay for years before it heals, having challenges. We have seen these people using in therapeutic dosages, and in some cases we open the capsule and actually get some of the laminine itself on the wound itself, and we have seen that healing with people that are diabetics for many years in terms of removing from where they are. We have seen people in the area of neurological problems, which is something that have challenged us for years, and we're not able to really address it significantly. This challenges in medical fertility as well. But here we have a product that gets in the body. That main compound will bypass the blood-brain barrier and help to activate dormant stem cells within the brain itself. What does it mean? it means that stem cell, which is the raw material, can become a brain cell. It means that this raw material can mutate and become a kidney cell or a liver cell or a cell for the lungs. When we are talking about people, is regeneration of organs and tissues. We talk about something that will help sustain life. So this is much more significant than antioxidants or vitamins and minerals, though these things are important. We're talking about a product that has the ability to help regenerate, take you from a degenerative state to put you in a regenerative state. And this is quite impressive. So yes, I recommend this to people who have neurological problems, Alzheimer's, dementia, Huntington disease, even Parkinson. We have been seeing dramatic results, not just internationally, but right here in Trinidad.
That's amazing.
We have testimonials with people. Our health minister 2 weeks ago mentioned, it wasn't on the newspaper, that the ministry has to ramp up their service to meet the issues with people with kidney problems, kidney failure, also to address the issue of eyes or retinal macular degeneration, problems facing with the eyes, and problems with cardiovascular health or circulation. That is a serious challenge. And it tells us that why has there been an increase in people with kidney damage and the eyes? As a practitioner, I can tell you, we look at areas of circulation, diabetes, which of course is one of the main culprits, insulin imbalance that will cause, excuse me, that will cause an attack on the kidneys, the eyes, and the nervous system. So somebody with diabetes will have what we call neuropathy, where you get a lot of cramps in the hands and feet and burning. It will also attack the kidney, what we call nephropathy. And then of course the eyes, what they call retinopathy. And of course, if you're using medication for a prolonged period of time, there would be damage to organs and tissues, and your MD will let you know that long-term use. And so what we are seeing, there is an option out there. We work along with your doctor, of course, with medical supervision and oversight. But this product is listed on the physician desk reference. It is listed under the FDA in a term called GRAS, generally recommended as safe. So in other words, what we are saying is that this product can use in conjunction with your medical protocol. It will protect the immune system and it will help the body to regenerate. The idea, the approach that we use is to have the clients change their eating and use the products, and as the body starts to heal, you slowly wean off the medication. We need medication, we need doctors. However, what we are saying, the body is not designed to use these things for long term because of the effects on the body. And so what we are saying, in the case of emergency or trauma, certainly you need to go by a general practitioner and have him take care of you.
Right.
Now we have a safe way that we can help to regenerate the body safely in the area of kidneys, organ failure, lungs, and different things. And so this product, how does one product have such a vast array? First of all, besides the FGF, this have over 22 amino acids, which is the first amino acids, which is the best form of proteins you can have. We have trace minerals, we have vitamins, we have phytonutrients, and then of course we have the FGF, which is the fibroblast growth factor, that is going to help in repairing the body. That is the laminine. I want to talk very briefly on our next protocol that we accompany the laminine, which is our omega. Now, for those of you familiar with health, you know that omega is critical in healthcare. Well, as I said before, one of the things we look at when we talk about products, we look at the source of ingredients, we look at the processing method used, and of course, the testimonials. As we say, the proof is in the eating and the pudding. So, what I looked at in terms of detail, my due diligence, is the source of the omega-3, 6, and 9 is just off the Peruvian water in Peru, where it is a GMO-free environment, number one, and this particular anchovy family fish has been recorded to have the highest levels of DHA and RNA. That, of course, is important for brain function, people. So we have a product which has not spared the cost in terms of quality. We also have something called CoQ10 in here, which is critical for cardiovascular health and helping to get the mitochondria active in terms of your metabolism. In addition to that, it has vitamin K2. Now, vitamin K2 is very important with cardio health because it directs calcium away from the bloodstream and the tissues. And that's important because a lot of people have calcium deposits in the blood, in the organs and tissues, and this can calcify and become stones in the organs and tissue. So when people have problems with a lot of sedimentation of stones, oftentimes the culprit is calcium that can calcify. Another thing that vitamin K2 will do, it will actually help to remove plaque from the arteries, lift plaque from the arteries and encapsulate it. Then, of course, your immune system called lymphocyte will come along and actually eat the plaque. So what you have here is a superior product. This omega, in terms of circulation, blood viscosity, you want this. I also want to talk about this one, what we call the Immune Plus. Well, in health, you need a strong immune system.
Sure.
When viruses and stuff are going on, this is why some people will get the virus and some people won't. It all bound onto the immune system. There are immune cells that will attack and kill parasites or worms. Their immune cells will attack and kill bacteria, fungus, mold, what we call Candida albicans. So anybody who have issues, excuse me, with fungus, Candida, which is something very popular among the ladies now, every woman between the age, I would say between 12 young girls to 40 would have experienced some point in their life when we have an overgrowth of yeast and that becomes an infection. If you're using the Immune Plus, chances are that will not happen if you're using a product that will supercharge the immune system and attack these fungus before they proliferate. This product has a high quality pure form of vitamin C, which, as you know, is a strong antioxidant for the body, something the body don't produce. In addition to that, you will also get an array of mushrooms, specialized mushrooms. And let me tell you, these particular mushrooms, because these mushrooms have survived a very warm, moist fungus environment, the mushrooms have developed certain antibodies, certain potencies, that when you use this in your body, it repels any bacteria and fungus. Because what we're doing is we're actually boring the immunity of the mushroom that causes it to actually grow and flourish in a fungus environment. So we have this. And of course, we have the issue of digestion, which we don't have to show you this evening, but digestion is key, and we cannot overemphasize the need for digestion. But Pastor, you have any personal testimony you would like to share in terms of your experience using this protocol?
One of the first experience, since I was introduced to this, is what my wife didn't used to sleep properly.
Mm-hmm.
Every morning she would complain she didn't get a good rest. And the first time she took the laminine,
mm-hmm.
the following morning, I didn't have to ask because she was snoring. And I was like, wow. And then when she got up and she said, she barely slept. Mm-hmm. It was amazing to see that after using just one tablet, one night.
One capsule.
Mm-hmm. She was able to sleep through the night. Mm-hmm. She got up with energy. She was able to move about. Mm-hmm. And that was amazing.
I think that is what is also unique about this particular product line, is that the ability to help you to relax. And that's one of the components of this, to help relax the nervous system, especially for those of you out there who have a lot of anxiety issues, where you start to have even like palpitations, you can't stay by yourself. And this is very prevalent right now, nervousness and anxiety, to the point where you feel like you're suffocating and you're having a heart attack, and it's just about anxiety. Because of the levels of stress in our society right now, not to mention what you have to deal with at a personal level, people just surround themselves with too much of stressful situations. So that is something that we share with you to avoid stress. In other words, as we say, you handle what you can and leave the rest to the master himself. All right? So that is part of the healing process. This will help to calm you, to relax the nervous system, and to reduce what we call cortisol levels, which is what causes you to be stressed in the first place. So in closing, what we're offering here is a protocol, and we will give you numbers that folks could actually call to get more of this. I myself am in Tobago once a month, and through Pastor Filbert here, you can get to me, and we can help to assess you, where we have non-invasive forms of assessing, one of which is a special hair analysis called epigenetics, where we take one strand of hair, that information is sent to Germany, and we get back a 25-page report that will give us an idea as to what's going on with you. Very accurate, very efficient. And then, of course, adding our protocols in terms of helping the body to heal. So today, I hope you really grasp as to what we're talking about as we close here. The importance of being responsible in eating right, being responsible in what you eat. We can't feed our children these things. Remember, as children grow up, their taste buds are not tainted. So you don't want to be giving them sweets. So the next time we come here, we'll be talking a lot about the dangers of sugar and the impact it can be doing more damage to your children, you know. I mean, you could love your children to death as well because you don't know better. So we're advising against that. So you want to give them your numbers?
Yes. The numbers that you can contact us at is 489-5272. 489-5272. Having received the information, you would want to get the product and to try to see for yourself the impact that it will have on your life. And so I know that you want to contact us at 482-5272. And we're looking forward to your call.
Yeah, this is just one of the educational series here. We'll be back. The next session we'll be touching more on the dangers of sugar as it pertains to the youth, and how we can assist you in terms of living a healthy and productive life. So we say stay safe, be responsible. We would be back soon to continue our educational drive.